There we go. Right on time, just as the 8 o'clock scrum arrives. Okay, today is the day the teddy bears have their picnics. Or PPI results come out. Either which way. Good afternoon, Ed. DraftKings. Popped up. No volume. Can't really trade that. Nunabo, downwards trending. Heavily shorted. The XRX also heavily shorted with a catalyst. So let's see if this squeezes today. We don't know. All speculation at this point. Marin Software, it's a low price stock. What are you watching, Ed? Anything? Had a really good day yesterday. Really good day. Really enjoyed it. Let's hope for another good day today. I've got a feeling. I'm not sure whether it's a good feeling or a bad feeling yet, but we'll find out shortly. I'm thinking that we'll probably get some good data when the PPI numbers drop in half an hour, and if that's the case, I think we might get a little bit of a rally. Likewise, if we don't get good data, we'll probably get a bit of a sell-off. So either which way, you can pick your stock and go long or short as soon as the numbers come out. Afternoon, Dave. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Forgot about our recent IPO. Let's have a look. It popped up 425. I think you're on drugs, Mr. Benzinger. 425 is not the current quote here. Not been 425 for, well, half an hour. Don't know where you're getting that price from. Oh, it's gone. Maybe just the data slightly delayed for some strange reason, I don't know. We'll see. It's a cold day today, snowing in Dublin Island. So I'm wearing my beautiful warm hoodie. Trade with Tony hoodie. Get yours now. They'll arrive in time for Christmas. Keep you warm in those Christmas cold months. With the winter snap, as they like to say. We're a little bit low on volume this morning. If you're looking at the markets, you probably see that we're a little bit low on volume this morning. That's something we've got to get used to. You'd think we'd be used to it by now. I mean, let's face it, we've had nearly 2.5 months of low volume pre-market. Not ideal. We like a bit of volatility pre-market. Yesterday's volatility was fantastic. We got on to PHVS about this time yesterday, funnily enough. Took our first trade, 401, went up to over $12. And we got most of the move. Nice $40 a day. $43 yesterday. $43,000. Fantastic day yesterday. Can have one of those a month. Will, what's the saying? A day like this a year will keep me right. Well, a day like that a month will keep me right. Hey, Steve. Good to see you back. You're always welcome. Of course, we've got the football. Say football. If you're in the US, I'm sure you guys call it soccer, but everybody else in the world calls it football. So we've got the Football World Cup back in action today. The quarterfinals start today. Got 2 matches today, 2 matches tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, and the semi-finals next weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon for me, and good morning to you, Neddy. There's not a lot of movement at the moment, but we're keeping an eye on a few things. So we've got Nurabol and we've got Bodax. Bodax Bio's got a catalyst as well, but it's a microfloat stock. We're talking like 500,000 shares in the stock, which is, you know, in the float, which is very small, but it signifies that it could potentially do big things in terms of volatility if it gets the attention. Now it's got a catalyst as well, and it's over 100% short interest. So it's a huge short interest. It's up at the moment 63%, 64.5%. So as soon as the bell goes, anyone that's short on this is going to want to cover. So that in itself could potentially cause this to squeeze. We've got a catalyst, we've got a short float, and we've got a high short interest. Small float, high short interest. Great day yesterday, Steve. Absolutely. We're looking for another similar day today, and hopefully it'll be Bodo Bio, or BXRX is the ticker. Do I hold anything? You mean, am I invested long term in anything? Yeah, then absolutely yes, I do. There's what I class as 3 levels of risk when it comes to getting involved in the markets. You've got day trading or intraday trading, which is highly volatile, high risk but high reward, which is what I do on a daily. Okay, I'm outperforming the market by day trading. So I take advantage of the intraday volatility, the intraday momentum, and I'm able to outperform the market on that basis. However, the gains that I take on that, I can't just have them sitting in the bank. So I do one of 2 things. So I either swing trade, I'll move it into my one of my other accounts, and I'll swing trade it occasionally. It's still high risk, but it's probably what I would class as medium risk in terms of versus the high risk of day trading. And then I've got my long-term holding, which is, do you know what? I've done my research before I take the positions, and I'm holding a lot of stock. I've got 4 crypto coins that I'm holding as well, and I've got a portfolio of ETFs and coffee table names in terms of stocks that give good dividends as well. And I'm just lump sum investing with them every month. I'm just adding more to that portfolio. So yes, I'm holding long term, and that's what I do with. See, every month I take my gains and I split it into 3. I have a 3, which is my cost of living. It's my wages, if you will, a third for the tax man, and then a third I reinvest in lower risk assets. So the answer to that is, that's the long-winded answer to that, Neddy. The short answer is yes, I do. And how's Phil today? Monopolizing the Twitch channel all to yourself as usual, I see. Well, I'd recommend anybody does that. In fact, I would say your long-term investing is more important than learning how to day trade, Neddy, because you've got the compounding effect, and that's what makes investing in a portfolio. So, and don't go for any of these crappy garbage stocks that I'm trading intraday. but that's what investing long term for, rainy days, or for your retirement, or for later life when you're settled, college fund for the kids, whatever it is. Investing long term is extremely powerful because of the compounding effect of that. So if you get a good ETF, and I recommend the SPY is an ETF. It's a good ETF too. One of the most popular ones. Tracks the S&P 500. You've got the triple Qs as well, which tracks the NASDAQ. Now, I've been in the tech sector most of my professional life. So I tend to invest in tech stocks mostly. So I'm not just invested in the triple Qs. In fact, I'm not holding anything with the triple Q. I'm actually holding on the T triple Q, which is a leveraged ETF that follows the triple Q, which follows the NASDAQ. So I get 3 times the movement. So it's either 3 times up or 3 times down. So anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, so the Q is full of it's the tech sector. It's effectively the NASDAQ, if you will. Afternoon, Alistair. But if you go in, if you want a little bit more volatile, but the T, I'll show it on the screen. I may as well, hadn't I? So this is the Qs. So this is the Qs, and you'll put this on the 15-minute. You'll see that it does follow the market, but it's tech. It's tech orientated. Somebody in Ireland ringing me, and I don't know who. I don't recognise the number, so it's tech orientated. But if you put a T, this is an Invesco ETF. If you put a T in front of that, you get the TQs, and it's exactly the same pattern, but it's 3 times the volatility. So the moves are 3 times as much. So right now, this is kind of 1.9%, 1.8% up, and you find that the Qs are 6% up, but 0.6% up. So you get 3 times the volatility, 3 times the move. Yeah, she's here laid down beside me. She's a lot more mobile today. It's snowing as well, which helps. But she's a lot more mobile today. She's getting about. She still can't go down the stairs, so I have to carry her down the stairs. But apart from that, she's a lot more mobile. Well, I'm my long-term portfolio. I'm using Interactive Brokers. It's not so much the platform. I mean, I can use Dash Trader to trade with Interactive. I've got I've got a few accounts with Interactive Brokers, but you can actually buy stocks on the web portal. For long-term investing, that's more than sufficient. You know which stocks you're going for. You do your research. You use a Benzinga, for example. Do your fundamental analysis around it. Make sure that you're okay with it. Take a look at the balance sheet. If you're investing long-term, you want something that's got a good economic moat. It's economically viable. It's got a competitive edge over the competition, and you just keep adding to your portfolio, and it'll show you what your average cost is over time. And yeah. What coins am I holding for crypto? I'm holding Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, but I'm also holding XRP and Cardano. Trading 212 for long-term holds, it's not too bad. In fact, most platforms are okay for long-term holds. You can even do that on your Revolut app, your Revolut banking app, or Skrill, or whatever it is. But make sure that if you're going long-term, that it's not CFDs. In Europe, certain places it's illegal to trade CFDs, but in the UK, I know it's not. And I think you can trade. You're not allowed to trade CFDs in quite a few places, actually. So make sure you're not being traded CFDs, because CFDs is a contract for difference. You don't actually own the stock if you're trading a CFD. So if you're investing long term, you want to own the stock, because A, that gives you voting rights, and B, it gives you the ability to earn dividends when they pay out dividends as well. So if you've got CFDs in your portfolio, you're not going to get any dividends. What funded brokers would I recommend? Again, depends on what you're looking for and what your stance is. So Capital Markets Elite is, for me, probably one of the better brokers. It's an offshore broker, so and I recommend those because if you've got a small account, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can be in the US, you can be in the UK, you can be in Australia. Capital markets won't enforce that PDT rule on you, and a lot of other brokers will. It's a very low minimum in terms of barrier to entry. It's a very low minimum in terms of being able to trade stock. A lot of other stocks are more, a lot of other brokers are more concentrating on Forex and giving you access to trade Forex. So it's a low barrier of entry to get you in the door. But in reality, and they'll give you like the MetaTrader, which is a crap platform. And Forex is a mugs game. Let's face it, it's a mugs game. People want to get involved in the markets, and they get involved in Forex because it's a low barrier to entry. And quite frankly, Forex is very, very few people can make money on Forex. It's more akin to gambling. So you're better off looking at the likes of the stock market, where you can actually understand what's moving, why it's moving, how much it's moving. You can look for the action, and it's a lot easier to have a strategy with the stock market, I believe. My opinion. What do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet. It's not financial advice. But I just think Forex is a lot more risky than the most other financial instruments to trade. Now, trading options is also risky because of the high leverage and the fact that you can get you've got the theta decay as well, which is the time decay on the contracts. You've got the value of the contract goes down the longer you hold on to it. So if you reach the expiry date, it could end up expiring and it's worthless. If it's not in the money, it'll end up expiring worthless. So you in effect, you can lose your entire investment in options within a relative period of time. At least when you buy stock, you know, in most cases, not all cases, because some can go to zero if they go bankrupt or whatever. But in most cases, you're still holding equity in that company. Unless you're trading on leverage, on too much leverage, where it goes to zero and then you're actually blow up your account by doing that. So, but Interactive Brokers is a good broker. If you're looking for day trading, I wouldn't recommend them in the UK or Germany, but I would recommend them in many other places. If not the US for day trading, unless you've got a $25,000 account. But Interactive's a good, it's a good broker. If you're in the US and you're looking for an account to day trade with, if you've got that $25,000 to trade, there's a whole bunch that you can do. You've got a bunch of TD Ameritrade, Webull, Robinhood if you want to. A lot of stigma attached to that, but it's free commissions, you know. What leverage do I use? It depends on each trade. It depends on how much the stock is, and it depends how much equity I've got in the position. So how much equity I've got in my account. I can be afforded. My broker will afford me up to 6 times leverage. I don't necessarily use all that. And yesterday I made $43,000 largely trading within my own equity without using any leverage. I think the advantage of a margin account, more than just having the leverage, is the instant settlement. Whereas if you're trading in a cash account, you've got that T+2 settlement rule, which can be a bit of a pain in the hole. But instant settlement is an absolute must if you want to be day trading. Yeah, I'm not too interested in news halts. I'm more interested in the reaction after the resumption. Well, I wasn't hungover, Phil. I had every right to be hungover, but I think that's the difference between buying cheap wine and quality wine. Is the day after is much more palatable if you've been drinking quality wine. Drink cheap wine and you're like, oh, you feel like a badger's coming in the middle of the night and shat in your mouth. This is the top mover at the moment, above $2. There are, of course, some bigger movers above $2. We've got small 75-cent stock here, Ambrx Biopharmaceutical. This is currently up at 80% on the day. We've got, in fact, we've got quite a few smaller stocks that are moving big. But on either on low volume or the below that. So Marin Software is another one that's big. I've traded Marin Software a few times in the past, but more up around the kind of $4 or $5 level. So Marin Software is up currently 42% up on the day, 43% up on the day at 160s. We've got Claro. So this is Clear One, or CLRO. Clear One is over $1 now, kind of 110s, and this is up. So this is another one that's moving up quite big on the day. I don't trade at this level, but I know a few of you do like to trade these penny stocks, and this my strategy. I set a floor of $3. It's just what I like to do. I think it's a lot of these lower garbage companies are a little bit more risky and ripe for manipulation, and I don't want to get caught in that manipulation. So PHVS is on the watch list. It absolutely is, and get you because we're looking at if we look at PHVS yesterday, which is Pharvaris Pharmaceutical. It's a pharmaceutical stock. Had a good catalyst yesterday. Moved up 390% across the course of the day. 390%, huge gains, and we caught most of it. So I'm going to go onto the 15-minute chart. You'll see what I'm talking about here. All these lines were, so we started trading this at 401. We got in here at 401 and we're able to ride this pretty much all the way up across the course of the day, and then we traded a little bit into the power hour. If you joined me for the power hour stream yesterday, you'll see that I traded a little bit in the power hour as well, and this went up over $12 from kind of 251, I think it was the close on Wednesday, from 251 to over $12. Huge moves, like 300, nearly 400% on the day. Now, the reason I've come to this particular chart is you've got this huge move up, a pullback, and then a move retest up there. Now, there's an argument to say that's a double top, and that's right, but it's not retraced. What I'm saying here, it's held most of its gains. It's up here now currently at 966, so it's held most of its gains. So that's why I'm keeping it on the watch list for a continuation later today, because the potential that we could get a continuation either after the bell or whilst it's down 15%, currently we could get a turnaround and a move back up as a continuation from yesterday's momentum. So that's why I've got this on the watch list as a continuation. But yeah, so thanks for bringing that up, Brian. Who raised the target price to 22? Which analyst? Just out of interest. Well, I'm hoping it'd be great if we can have another 40k day today. I'm not guaranteeing that, but we'll see. If the momentum's there, then yeah, why not? It'd be nice if we could get a 40k day. Got a couple of short squeeze candidates in Nurabo and Bordeaux. Bio. All right, okay. Interesting, Brian. You've been trading it today, J-Spec? You've been trading it already? I mean, In fact, this should be on the 5-minute. Zoom in. I mean, if you're looking at this as a triple top, I would say it's closer to a head and shoulders. You've got shoulder one, head high. So you've got swing high, pull back, swing higher high, pull back, swing high again. That's more of a head and shoulders, which is bearish. So I would not have traded that. If that's what you're talking about as a triple top, I would say that's more of a head and shoulders. And even if you were going up for a breakout at the double top is bearish. So either way, you've got a lot of indicators there saying not to trade it, and yeah. But look, we make those mistakes, and the great lessons to learn from. So don't think of that as you've just paid for a lesson in identifying reversal signals. And this is the big thing. Exit signals or reversal signals are really important to pay mind to. So the wicks up, you can usually get 3 or 4, two or 3 at least before it does reverse. So you get the move up, then you get then a lower move up before the pullback. You get the dodges are a classic sign. You get the double top, the devil horns, the up wicks. Just learn the reversal indicators or the exit indicators. It's just as important to learn those as it is to actually learn the patterns in the first place that are going to be bullish patterns for you to move in. Because a couple of reasons for that. Those bullish patterns that you're looking for breakouts to as entry signals, they're actually exit signals or reversal signals if you're going short. So likewise, the exit signals or reversal signals if you're going long could be entry signals if you're going short. Just thinking. Yeah, so thanks for reminding me about that, Victor. They've got the PPI numbers out in 3 minutes time. So we've got the SPY to watch this. I'm watching the SPY on the other screen, but I'm going to put this on something like an AMD. Is that following the SPY today? It certainly is. So if we get a swift drop, I might just take a short position with AMD. If we get a swift rally, I might just try and catch that. You know, of course, who could benefit from Alistair? I couldn't benefit. I certainly couldn't benefit from that course that you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. I don't rate it for me, but I think you probably rate it. Really good course, actually. It's just there's nothing on there that I could learn, being that I'm the one that wrote it. Well, there you go. As long as you're in the realms of profitability, there, J-Spec. Yeah, I'm much. It's one of a number that they're running up at the moment. And Mam's going. I mean, it's a 90-cent. It's a dollar stock. It's testing 93 cents or something. This is Ambrooks Biopharma AM. I would put it on the screen. In fact, I will do. I'll put it on the screen right now. This is going parabolic right now. Again, if you like these lower price stocks, this is going parabolic. Don't chase it up here. Wait for a pullback. Do not chase it up at 95 cents. Wait for a pullback first before you get in. Clinical trial results, apparently. Let's see if we get the PPI numbers out. I'm going to have a quick look. Yeah, I'll take a look at Marin Software shortly. Waiting for the PPI numbers to come out. Oof. I didn't get filled. Dang. Just went without me. I got filled then. What's going on with this in terms of the spreads? When it's $70. Caught between the spreads. AMD. Caught between the spreads right now. Oh, nearly had that as well. Those spreads are lethal. So PPO numbers coming out. I'll go through the PPI numbers in just a second. I'm just going to cover this position in a second when I get under. Okay, PPI, core PPI. Well, so month over month, 3% versus the 2%, 7.4 versus the. November 7.4 versus 7.2, so this is not good good numbers. They're actually above estimates. Year over year 6.2 versus 5.9 estimate, and 0.4 for the core PPI month over month versus a 0.2 estimate. So it's not good. Yeah, Spy took a dump on these PPI numbers. That's what we were waiting for there, J-Spec. So PPI numbers came out at the bottom of the hour. I'm in at 70. Thing is, I tried to get in and it didn't fill me. I had to get in earlier, but as it broke, as it went red on the day. The question is, will we get an additional sell, or will we get a bounce here? So I'm just giving it about 30 cents, I think. Spread's not being kind right now. So this was, well, I figured I'd try and get on this as the numbers came out, take advantage of it. It didn't work that way. Got to be quick. I had the opportunity to get out for about 800 bucks, but got to be quicker than that. Indeed, going green on the day? That's not right. How dare you? We're getting a quick recovery. Looks like. Or is this a bull trap? I'll check Marin Software in a second. Marin's having a good day, by the way. Or it was. Currently, Marin is at 156. $1.56. It's 38% up on the day. Marin Software. I'll bring it up on the chart in a moment. Just want to see if I'm going to be able to turn this into a profitable trade or not. Yeah, that was a bit of a bull trap, I think, by the looks of it. So I need this under $70 because I'm in at $70. I need it to be under $70. Just a speculative position. A speculative short position, should I say, on the basis that the numbers came out worse than expected on the PPI. You're wondering what the PPI is? It's another gauge of inflation. It's the Producers Price Index. So next week, I think it's Tuesday, we get the big inflation numbers, which is the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, which is what we pay at the kiosk, at the till, at the checkout. It's what you and I, Joe Public, Joe Sixpack pays. This is what it costs. This is the price index that it costs to get those items and services to the consumer. So this is the manufacturer's price, if you will. So those are the numbers that just came out, and they weren't good. So that's why the SPY took a dump. That's why the market took a dump. That's why a lot of these big stocks that follow the market, which is why I was watching AMD to get in. I did try and get in. You saw that it just breezed right past me and skipped my entry. So I didn't get it fill at all. Should have had a better position than this, but we'll see. Is it going to bounce at 70, or are we going to break 70? That's the question here that I want. I need this under $70 for it to be a profitable trade. That's what I'm waiting for here. And if it continues to sell off, that's great. I went in big. It's quite, well, I say big. It's for a $70 stock. You know, 5,000 shares is a big size. You need a decent sized account, and this is a huge portion of my equity, or it is leverage. I don't have 350 grand in my account, but so I am trading on leverage right now. Okay, so right now it's a profitable trade, just barely. This is our first trade of the day. See this continue to sell off. Looking for 10 cents at the minimum. That's what I always look for. That's just something I do. I'm looking for under 69.90. 69. I like that number. Yeah, shorting because the SPY took a dump. There we go. I'll just lock in $250 there. Just to have the first trade start green. Just lock in the rest. I'll probably sell off later, but yes, Jack, shorting early simply because the PPI numbers came out, so I thought I'll get in on that and ride it down. It did scare me a little bit. I probably could have held that a little bit longer, but do you know what? I think a bigger fish to fry today. I can't have all my equity tied up in AMD just for maybe $1,000. Right, Marin Software. Marin Software, 157. It's ranging on the VWAP. So if you look at this on the higher time frame, you can see where I've marked this out before in terms of, I just want to get rid of all these lines. So that Marin Software, it's popped up, got rejected at $2 by the looks of it. Went up to 198 after hours yesterday. Then it's just been ranging sideways. It's not really doing anything or going anywhere. It's just ranging sideways. It's kind of finding support around that $half-dollar level, the 150, the $half-dollar level. Realistically, key level, you can see here, 170 is a key level. 168 there is resistance there. 167 is the resistance here. So 170 is a key level. If it gets over 170, Marin Software might be interesting. And AM, over $1 now. So this went from 40 cents all the way up. I did say wait for the pullback. We got a little bit of a pullback here, and then it's took off again. So again, it's extended up here just over $1. You had a little pullback there. So just be careful if you're chasing this. Wait for a good entry. Wait for a good entry. Right now, I'm not allowed to give signals or entry. It's phase 2 clinical trial results is the reason for that. BXRX, Nurabo, both short squeeze candidates, which is why I'm watching them. Billy took a dump with the market, gapped up, took a dump with the market. Quest, yeah, not really feeling that. Momo, that's low volume selling off, so probably not something I'm going to be watching. In fact, I'm just going to take that off now, get rid of it, get rid of Momo. RXDX, get rid of that. Don't even know why that was there. Kavana. Anybody want to know what Kavana's doing? The answer is not a lot. But it's up at 460s right now. Yesterday's big mover, looking good now. Potentially for a continuation today. It's been rejected at 1010. I just got a piece of that late fill. So the spread's quite rangy. $10.35 was a key level yesterday. I want this over 10.40. I'm at 10.22. 10.40 is really a bit of a target. key level. If you look at 1035 on the 5-minute, out resistance. It's funny how it's coming up to these same levels again and again, resistance levels. So I drew these lines yesterday whilst I was trading it. So these key levels are still key levels today. Add to this when it breaks $10 again. Morning, PMZ. No, I was thinking TMZ. Hey, Tim. Good to see you. I was going to say PMZ. Are you not that paparazzi group of photographers? No, that's TMZ, isn't it? Ones that paid Amber Heard for her Heard story. A man breaking highs again, so that Ambrooks Biopharma now up at 110s, 115 or whatever it is. So if you like those penny stocks, that's really motoring. Just be careful with it though, guys, because what are my plans with the NASDAQ 100 today? I don't have any plans with the NASDAQ 100 today. I'm trading the instruments that make up the NASDAQ 100. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm trading these low float stocks at the moment. I'm trading low float stocks. If I can get over 1020 on this one on the bid, I'll take a position. I'll take a little bit off. Well, you might be an aspiring dude, and I'm just a fat guy. So we're both a couple of guys on the internet. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. Don't mind a little flag forming here. How long have we got? We've got 3/4 of an hour, 45 minutes. Well, just under 45 minutes to the bell. Plenty of time. Excuse me. Too much tea. Actually, no such thing. We're 10 cents down on the share at the moment. 10 cents on the share. But we're only 2 cents down on the ask. So 10 cents on the bid, 2 cents on the ask. But it just puts it into context that the power that the spreads have, that you have to factor that into your risk. How would I trade it? I wouldn't trade it any different than I trade the stocks that I do trade. You look for a pattern, you look for the setup, you get in for the setup. On the breakout, you take some profits at your first target, and then you move your stop or set a stop, whether it be mental if you're pre-market, set a stop at break even, and then ride it up, scaling in as you go. That's how I would trade that stock if I traded penny stocks. There's no difference. The size of this, the value of the stock's no difference in terms of the strategy that I use. For me, the same strategy is applied across the board. You wait for the pullback on AMAM. We're just now going to enter a period of consolidation here, I think. You just got to watch this, because you get caught in some kind of algorithmic flush pre-market, it can wipe you out. Simple as. And you don't want that. What I'd like here is a lovely continuation and break yesterday's highs. That would be great. Even better if we did it pre-market. I'm realistic. It's nice to talk about. It's like winning the lottery. You play, don't really think that you're going to win. You play it anyway. Morning. How you doing? Good to see you again. So AMD, which we shorted AMD, it went down below $70. We got out. It's at $70 on the ask now. So it's just moving sideways since we traded it and exited that. The same as the actual market itself. The actual market's just moving sideways at the moment. We covered it at the second half of our position was at $70, and that's where it's at right now. So we're probably right to get out. I'm not trading gold. Don't do commodities. This is not futures or commodities. It's equities. So it's stocks and shares. We don't trade the futures, we don't trade the indexes, we don't trade Forex, we don't trade crypto, not on this channel. Whilst I may dabble in some of those myself, not on this channel. I need to start another channel. I need to partner up with somebody, and we'll share some knowledge. Still waiting on that 1020. Come on. It's supposed to be a breakout. 1020 on the bid is what I was asking for. 1018, 1020. There you go. Lock in a little bit more because it got rejected up at that 1035 is a key level. We're now getting a bit of a double top up there, a couple of up wicks, so now I can get out if it breaks even. I want to see it break 1035 and move up, and if it does, I can scale in. If it doesn't, get out at 1015. Low of this is 1015. Low of that candle. So if it breaks a new low, we're out. It's currently Not quite a doji, but not far off. I'll take a look at that later. Now TVI. Just in this trade right now. Just want to concentrate on my trade rather than flexing on the other stuff. Let's see if this breaks that key level there, that key resistance level. I'm looking at just 1028. There's quite a few sellers at 1028, so I'm just going to get out there. Right, we're testing that 1035. We just broke 1035. We touched 1040. New high of day, new high of session 1040. And we just made $1,000 on that. I'll take a look for you. I'll come back to this in a second. Oh, right, okay, so Activision, you want to look at this because of the news of Microsoft potentially acquiring Activision and that getting put on hold or whatever. It's not done anything. It's pretty much flat from yesterday's close price. It did sell off yesterday. There was, I think they were looking into. There was news broke yesterday morning for that potentially puts the Microsoft acquisition on hold. Monopolies and mergers and that kind of stuff. So they want to make sure that Microsoft isn't going to have a monopoly on the gaming market. But there's nobody trading it. There's no volume at all on Activision at the minute. So that's 70,000 shares traded in the session. I would wait for some kind of volatility, maybe get some at the bell, but right now it's just flat, it's sideways. So if anything, I would have thought that would it would. I mean, it sold off yesterday as a result of that news, and I would have thought that would continue. But it's not really doing it. If you look at it on the 15-minute, it's the big. It sold, bounced, and then sold off again before them kind of finishing lower. It did get it down to $73 ish, but right now it's just sideways from where it finished yesterday, pretty much. So that's Activision. Right, I was right to get out up there because we got rejected at the same level. So just put this on the 15-minute chart. You'll see I drew this. This was the top line that I drew yesterday, and it was put it on the 5. You'll be able to see it even easier. So yesterday, during the course of the day, this level 1035 was a key level. It was resistance here. It was support here. As it moved up, it pulled back, support, moved up, then broke down, and then it was resistance, 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 and then into the close resistance again. That's I'd drawn that line there. So it's proving here that it's resistance again, and this is the power of just drawing these lines, key lines. So this was drawn. Putting this into perspective, I drew this yesterday when I was trading it. I made over $30,000, nearly $40,000 on this yesterday. And you've got resistance here. This is just drawing the same lines from yesterday, key levels from yesterday that it's finding that are also key levels right now. So it's worthwhile drawing key levels. If you can't eyeball it yourself, if you've not got multiple charts open and you can't eyeball it, draw them on the chart. Look at multiple time frames, 15, 10, 5, higher time frames, and draw it. And you'll see the time frames when you come in. If you're watching the 1 or the 2-minute chart or the 3-minute chart, you'll see these time frames as you're coming in, these resistance levels. And then you can check that with your level 2 to see, hang on a minute, I can see a resistance level there that's been marked on the chart. What is it actually on the level 2? And right now I can see a big seller at 1030, funnily enough. So what is my plan for wheat futures today? I don't have a plan for wheat futures. Get him. Maybe make some wheat biscuits, Weetabix. Oat futures. I know what the plan for oat futures. I'll dunk my cookie in my cup of tea that I'm going to make in a second. And by the way, I'm not a mind reader, I'm a chart reader. Oh, I like that one. Not a mind reader, I'm a chart reader. Put it the way around, it might sound, but I'm a chart reader, not a mind reader. I like that. That's going to be a new catchphrase. Put that on, put that on a. I'll put that on a hoodie like this one. I'll be back in a second. Kettle is boiling. I'll wait for that. So yes, I'm a chart reader, not a mind reader. Okay. I think it's a great one to put on a mug because then you can get it for the missus and then wheel her out a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a cup of cocoa when she's got the hump because you didn't pick up on the hints, and you give her the cup that says, I'm a chart reader, not a mind reader. Or if you're a woman and it's your husband that expects you to pick up on the hints, then same thing for you. I'll have that on a coffee mug over the weekend. One of my American friends asked me, is it true that the English people drink a lot of tea? I'm like, it's not just English, the Irish probably even worse. Well, not worse, but probably drink more. So, yes, it's true. Oh, that was a bad fill. We're looking for... Let me move up though. See if we can break $11 here. Yeah, but they don't drink it properly. I mean, I've just made myself this delicious ancient Oriental herbal infusion to imbibe right now, and of course I've garnished it with bovine extract. So. In case you're wondering what I've just said, I've just made a cup of tea with milk. Chinese like the tea as well, as do the Japanese. In fact, most countries like tea. Doesn't mean that you can't like coffee as well. I do like coffee. Coffee makes me poop. I don't know. Am I the only one here? I drink coffee about 15 minutes later. I need to go poop. Tea doesn't have that effect on me. Coffee does. Oh, there you go, Phil. You and me both then. What do you want, hobbling around with your bad foot? Lighten the load for the day there, Tamimi. I'm looking for support here at the $0.50. Breaks the $0.50, I'll just get out. It was the $0.50 I actually wanted to get in at, but I was too slow. Ended up at terrible, terrible fill. Oh, I like Brazilian coffee. It's a nice cup of tea, if I do say so myself. That's the problem with going overseas, though, and this is one of the things I'm particular about my tea. And whenever I go abroad, whenever I go overseas, I always take my own tea with me. It sounds a bit funny, but it's one thing that I'm adamant. I need a good cup of tea. And probably the worst place in the world to try and get decent tea is the US of A. Almost impossible. They don't know how to make a cup of tea. I've seen them on the internet, on TikTok and the likes, making it in the microwave. I'm like, are you mad? How can you can't make tea in the microwave? You're just on drugs. You may as well be, because that's disgusting. That's sacrilegious, making tea in the microwave. Who does that? You have to be some kind of psycho to make tea in a microwave. Just no. Hot tap water in Iceland? Are you on drugs? I'm sorry, Iceland. I had respect for you for the that power clap that you did at the Euros the other year, but if you're making tea out of hot tap water, no, just no. Oi, Iceland, no. Hot tap water to make tea. You need the whole point, and this is why you can't get a good cup of tea on an airplane, okay? Or on a mountain, because it's at altitude and water boils at a lower temperature. You need the science behind getting a good cup of tea is the tea leaves. You need to be able to scald the tea leaves. If you can't scald the tea leaves, which means boiling hot water, if you can't scald the tea leaves, you won't get the right flavor. So it needs to be at least 100 degrees C. I didn't get it. She's not. She gets enough bloody doggy treats there, Alistair. Well, they should be going through their super chip. I'll double check it though. I mean, I put my order through, and it. Can you have a one-on-one lesson? Yeah, you can. You can do. You can book time with me. Don't give free one-on-one lessons. So my time's valuable. Sorry. But you can get mentorship in the Discord as well. Everybody that signs up to Day Trade with Tony gets access to me in the Discord as well. No, Victor, no, just no. Unless it's powdered tea, in which case it's already been processed, in which case anybody worth this who knows anything about tea wouldn't touch it anyway. But if you're talking about powdered tea, any kind of hot water will be okay with it. It'll still be crap. You want fresh tea, you want to be able to scald the leaves. If you're not scalding the leaves, you're not getting the flavour. It is that simple. I'm not holding this trade forever. I'm holding it until it's profitable. Add it to the position for the move back up. I got faked out, but we've got a key level there at 1035, which is that support level. $10.40. Did I strain the tea? Yes, I did. I strained it because I used a tea bag. And why have they not used coffee bags? I mean, coffee bags is just as easy to make as tea bags. It's just something that... Why is it that you have to grind coffee fresh, but not toast tea? Tell you what, they did some lovely tea. It was in Sri Lanka. If you've never been to Sri Lanka, it's a wonderful place. A teardrop on the south coast of India. It's a wonderful place. If you've never been, check it out. It's paradise on earth. It really is. Come on, get us over that 1070 right now. That's what I'm waiting for. And you don't have milk with some of the flavoured teas. You wouldn't put milk in with a Darjeeling or an Earl Grey. You drink that straight, black, whatever. Here we go. Only stocks there, Boldali. We don't do forex or currencies. As I keep saying, forex for me is a mug's game. That's why over 95% of people are never profitable. They never make any money in forex. And the majority of the other 5% are probably making more money teaching people how to not make money. Very few people make money in forex. It's you can still apply technical analysis to it, and if you're going to be disciplined, the problem with forex is you're going to get incremental. You're not going to make huge gains with forex. You're going to make small amounts. Unless you've got a big equity position and you're trading with big money, you're going to make small amounts, and you've got to be happy to make small amounts. If you get greedy with forex, it's going to burn you. Simple as. Yeah, was he really? I had a conversation the other day with some guy. It was an American friend of mine. I used to work with him, and he didn't know that sandwiches. He thought the Americans invented sandwiches, and I'm like, excuse me, Earl of Sandwich. The clue's in the name. It's named after an English guy. Sandwiches were invented in England. It was named after the guy that invented them, the Earl of Sandwich. No problem at all. I answer everybody's questions if I possibly can. In between trying to trade the markets. This is looking a bit like a double bottom formation in the making. And then a bit of support at that 1040 area, 1040, 1045. We've got 15 minutes to the open, and I want to get this breakout over 1080. Well, it depends on the type of pizza. If you go to Italy, the style of pizza you get in Italy, depending on where you go, because it's different. There's regional variations across the board in Italy, and some of it is actually, it tastes horrible. Although say that to an Italian person, and he'll probably try and shoot you. He'll have a mafia contract on you. But it's nothing like the pizza you get from Pizza Hut or Domino's or other American restaurants. Completely different. A lot of the so-called ethnic foods you get in America are nothing like their original variants. They're exactly that, a variant developed for the American palate, i.e. high in fat and sugar and corn oil, corn syrup. We're watching the Croatia versus Brazil game. I'll be watching it, but I'll have it on in the background. It's got what, 45 minutes before that kicks off. So if I can get 5k out of this out of the markets before then, I might be a little bit more passive on the markets and more attentive to the game. Otherwise, I'll be more attentive to the markets. I've got it on in the background over there anyway. I'll just turn the volume up so I can hear it, but you guys can't. Might drown out the snoring and the grunting, and that's just me. No, stop whimpering. I know you've got a bad paw. Waiting is half the game. Well, I don't know about a dirty Pizza Hut, but a clean Pizza Hut I kind of enjoy. Don't like it if it's dirty. Food poisoning and me don't go very well. Although the last time I had food poisoning, I actually lost weight, so maybe I should go to a dirty Pizza Hut a bit more often. And no, she's not had a treat yet. I'll do that as soon as I finish this trade. Pre-market, I have to be very, as you know, I have to be a little bit more attentive pre-market because we get the. I need to be able to get out quick if we get hit with some kind of algo flush. Shut. Well, that kind of didn't go according to plan. Yeah, that's half it off. And that's the other half off. Okay. Lower lows, absolutely. It broke that resistance. It's a key level. That 1035 is a key level, so it broke that level. We found resistance at 1045. It got below that, and I just kept accommodating. I thought, no, I'm not going to accommodate it anymore. I can always get back in later if it moves up. And it probably will move up. But I've just committed one of my cardinal sins. So, you know, I'm supposed to be get green, stay green. But I got green and I've just given it back. So we're 3,000 down. We had a $43,000 day yesterday. So we're still green on the week. We're still green on the month. We're still good. Here's your treat. You reminded me that that your treats. Stop whinging just because you've got. There you go. Now you can say thank you to the TikTok guys, okay? Put them scraps on the floor for you as well. Got another packet in the cupboard. 5,000 likes and you can have some more, okay? Or little mite. Let's have a look. Oh, that's come all the way back down. Testing 550s now is auto bio. How do I know about information? I'm just old, Super Chip. I know I have this radiant, youthful glow about me, but I'm just old. If ever you play Team Trivial Pursuits and I'm with in the room, get me on your team. That's all I'm saying. I'm a massive useless trivial information. So yes, I think I'm well. One thing that I would say is if you get the opportunity to travel, you'll learn so much more because you get into conversations with people you would never meet in your own town, in your own country. And you learn so much more by traveling. And a lot of the time, they spout off crap, and you kind of, is that real? And you look it up, you're like, no, it's not real. So you learn more by you find out what actually is real. So if you travel, it really genuinely does broaden your mind. So big mover today is Ambrox Briar Pharma. It's currently. It went from just over 40 cents to $1.25. I think it got rejected at $1.24 was the high of day, so rejected at the $0.25. This is currently 178% up on the day. Big moves, big moves. How much do I need to make net before I head off on my jolly days? I think it's 34,000 net. Off the top of my bonds. Let me just have a look at the numbers here, and I can tell you directly. Yeah, 34,000. Before I've got a little over a week to do that. What I don't want to be doing is giving away 3,000, which I've done already this morning. So I need to be having 7.5k days between now and the end of next week, ideally, because that'll give me 6k days net-ish. I know you've got a bad paw, but stop whinging about it. What do you want me to do? There's not a lot else I can do about it. Stop your whinging. Looking at everything that's coming out, Neurobo, no, it's below the VWAP, so I probably won't be looking at that again. If I'm going to go in long, I want to be stocks above the VWAP. And to be fair, this is pulled all the way back and has broke the VWAP, so this now needs to get back above the VWAP. I've no doubt it will. Let's probably break yesterday's highs, 1250 maybe. We'll get the continuation later. But there's a lot of selling off at this moment in time. You'll have to wait. I'm not taking you out. You'll have to wait till after the stream. You've got an hour. Wait another hour. I'll take you out in an hour. Lie down and be quiet. You're normally not this rowdy. Just because you've got a bad paw and you can't sleep. Don't wag your tail at me. You're not as cute as you think you are. Cheers. There's not a lot moving right now. A lot of sideways and sell-off move. Not a lot moving up right now. So we've got plenty of time. We've got 5 minutes to the open. Let's mark out a couple of additional key levels. 1075. Yeah, I should have really high of day. 1089. 1088. I'll take you out after. You can go and play in the snow after, okay? Just give me an hour, and I'll take you in an hour. Now behave yourself. Short hope. Easy come, easy go. That's what happened. But that's okay. Do say get green, stay green, but at the moment, let's look at the market. So we've got the PPI details came out, and it hit the bottom, bounced, and then it's sideways since. So that's the market. Rejection at the VWAP. You're probably seeing quite a few others that are doing a similar sort of thing. So the NASDAQ, similar kind of thing. It's a hard sell-off, then trade sideways. Kavana, sideways, not really doing anything. Quest with a K, sideways at the moment, not doing anything. It's sideways for the last couple of hours. It did get pop up and get green, but got rejected at 430. So again, that was something I drew yesterday. Pre-market. Yeah. Now we're just a case of wait for the opportunities. We've got a bit of a double bottom type formation on Neo. The pullback, move up, pull back. Really want to see this breaking out from above 1334, 3035. A possible breakout and go green on the day. Boyle's an ETF. It's a ProShares ETF. It's it follows the natural gas there, Mike. So that's the it's a ProShares ETF follows the price of natural gas. That's why it's called Boyle. You're not allowed to go. It's your fault because you went. It's your fault that I lost that 4K then. We're just waiting now. We've got a minute. I'm just going to change the scanners over to the regular session. A minute to go. We might see a bit of volatility. We normally see a little bit of volatility in this last couple of minutes before the market opens, but not doing it for us. Li Autos had earnings today, didn't really do much. Yeah, let's see. We've got 10 seconds. Here we go. Market's about to open. The bell's about to sound off. Billy Billy. Billy Billy just shot up towards 24.90. That's a big move up. What else? Billy Billy breaking highs. $25.01 is the pre-market high. And a bit of a sell-off on a few things. But Billy Billy is the one that seems to be standing out to me at the moment. Few selling. Then it pulled back. You're starting to annoy me now. You're starting to annoy me. Settle down. Go and lie down. Yeah, a lot of red. A lot of things just selling off. Neuroborable 2 might be of interest. You get a backhand in a minute. Right, I'm going to open this door. You can go outside on the balcony. Get rid of the distraction. So you can stay out there for a little while in the snow. Alright, what we're looking at. Billy Billy. Possibly. Oh, we'll have a look. That broke highs. Looking for the break of the $0.75. All right, now this is it's a free trade. Got 6 cents on this now. I see this above $25. Just moving my stop. There we go. We got stopped out. So that's 500 quid. That was not a bad trade for 500 quid. Happy days. Going to continue moving up though. Just it's extremely volatile. I'll have a quick look at Tesla for you, and I'll come back to Billy Billy. So here you go, Ian. Yeah, Tesla's not doing much. kind of almost flat on the day. There's a bit of volatility where the PPI numbers came out, so it's kind of following the market, but with a bit of exaggeration. Moved up to 175.50s before pulling back. It's kind of trying to find a bit of support at the VWAP here, but VWAP's 174.82, so it's not managing that. So it's very close to, it's right now 0.5% up, so it's almost flat on the day. Tesla not doing a great deal at the moment. It's still early, so there's potential. Oh, just missed the breakout on Billy. Into a halt. No, 27.26 is the halt level. Don't chase it, wait for this pullback. Breaking new highs. Added to the position. Looking for the $0.50. $36, $37 on the ask. Looking for the $0.50 now. Five days, currently 25.40. We're looking for 25.50. Billy, huge move up. I'm kind of 24.50 up to 25.40, so it's a 90 cent move up that. Whole dollar if you include the wicks down, the red wicks down. Big move. $5.30 on the ask. 34, 35, and we break the new highs, break that $0.50. Come on, 40, there's new highs. Looking for the $0.50, 46, 47. Just take some off. $49. Looking for the $0.50. Put a 10 cent trail in there for this one. I'm just struggling up at the $0.50. We might get a little bit of resistance or a pullback. Either way, a little bit of breaks the $0.50. We've got 5,000 shares in there. There we go. Nice. Trailing stop. I'll take a look. I'll take a look for you. So PHYS, is that the ticker, is it? So we've got stopped out on the way back. So we're 1,400 down. Sprott Physical Gold. I'm not seeing any news. Are you sure it's halted? PHYS. It's not halted. It's not on hold. It's not halted. It's fine. It's trading. Well, there's nobody trading it. There's no volume, but PHVS. Okay, so that's halted to the downside. The volatility halt. This sold off to the downside, then at 871. I don't mind that. It's extremely extended up there on the 60-minute or the daily. But it's just sold off. It's a volatility halt. That's all it is. A man halted to the upside at 134. So this one's really going. Funnily enough, be careful here because we've got a bit of a double top here. Although saying that, I'm seeing, you might 134, 135. It's the high of the day. It's halted at 134, so it might gap up, but it may pull right back down again. Just be careful with that one. Billy looking at making some more eyes. So we've got a gap down resumption on Pavaris, PHVS, resumed lower. Kavana's moving up reasonably well, slowly, but it's moving up well. Now we're getting Bordeaux Bio is testing the VWAP at 592. It's halted. So this is going to gap up slightly when it resumes. So this will resume at 43. So 939 halted. It should resume at 943. So we've got another 2 minutes. What's Neurobo doing? Looking weak. Billy pulling back. Now we got it to the right place. So 1400 down at the moment. It's early doors. We've not been in the market 10 minutes yet. I've got the football on in the background there, the BBC coverage. Not particularly fond of the BBC coverage, but there you go. Let's have a look at BXRX. Did that resume? Should be resume any time right now. 43. Yeah. Must be a 10-minute halt. Yeah, so that's a 10-minute halt. So that'll resume at 49. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. 29, 39, 29. So yeah, it'll resume in the next 10 minutes. 10 seconds, sorry. You're absolutely right, Phil. My bad. My back of the beer math wasn't mathing. Math wasn't mathing. That's a pullback. Rejected at the VWAP. Still potentially a huge short squeeze on this. This breaks back up to $6. Would be very much of interest. Or it could sell off. It's halted to the downside now. Volatility halt to the downside. So we've definitely got volatility today. Volatility seems to be back, baby. I'm looking for 65 is the high, 63 is the high of day. I want to test the new high of day. I'm looking for here. Do I give advice on cryptos? I don't give any advice on anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. Do I talk about cryptos? Yes. Do I trade them live? No, I'm trading stocks only. So no futures, no cryptos, no forex, no commodities. It's stocks only. It's an equities trading channel. It's day trading the stock market. I will talk about cryptos. I will talk about pretty much anything in the finance markets, but I'm only trading live. And I don't give advice. I don't give stock picks or pairs or whatever it is, signals or anything like that. Quite frankly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. Have I seen Momo? I have seen it. Currently 19.5% up on the day. Hello group. Had a good day yesterday as well. Had a good couple of days actually. There's hello group. Billy. It's in a good way at the minute. Still looking for 25.60. Still looking for new highs. Might not get them, but we'll see. We'll try. All we can do. 49 on the ask. We're in at 55-ish. It's 53 on the ask. Back under 50. He's not feeling Kavana. Well, I'm not feeling Kavana either. I think you can ride the momentum, but ultimately it's going to go to zero. They're going bankrupt unless they really pump the stock and then hit the market with an offering. They're going bankrupt. They're not making any money. The balance sheet's terrible. Yeah, the volume's dried up a little bit on Billy. We're waiting for this. We're waiting for a breakout. That's what the volume's waiting for. You'll get an increase in volume if and when we get the breakout. Mullen Motors. No, I can't check Mullen Motors. I'll tell you what Mullen Motors is doing. Nothing. It's probably down about 30 cents or something. Or less. 20 cents or whatever. Well, it might have moved a cent on the day. Mullen Motors is garbage. It's absolute garbage. Best thing that they could do is either do a reverse stock split and get the stock price to a decent price that real traders might be interested in trading it, or get acquired by one of the bigger boys, because they're just not going to be able to compete. Mullen Motors just will not be able to compete. Mullen Automotive, rather, I should say. I always call it Mullen Motors, but Mullen Automotive. 52 on the ask. There we go. Let's take some off. 10-cent trailing stop, and away we go. There we go. Got stopped out there. There we go. Pretty much flat on the day now. So yeah, let's have a look at Hello Group. Well, I'll come back to Billy. It's we're getting a little bit of. Oh, this is Hello Group, Momo or Hello Group. So this has moved up from $7 to $8.40. It's just having a good day. Got a big reversal indicator there. That big wick up is a bit of a reversal indicator. I've been very wary of even chasing this up until it's past 8.40. Needs to fill that wick in. If it doesn't fill that wick, you've got the potential. You've got the up wick. You might even get another up wick, and that's what's known as the devil horns. You've got the double top, potential double top. So this is it's a very dangerous place right now in terms of reversal. If you go in long, it's the wrong place to do it. You've got a pullback, but it really needs to make new highs. Just not financial advice, just me observing the technicals there on the 1 minute. If you look at it on the higher time frames as well, it's no different. The 2 minute, you've got the pullback, but you've got the up wick, always a worry. 5 minute, still got the up wick. That's the first of a horn that you want to be maybe need to fill that. So if this is, you get the pullback, you need to fill that. So you're looking at on the 5 minute and an 8.40 potential entry. Even on the 15 minute, you've got an up wick as well. So all the higher time frames are saying be wary. And as for Kavana and Kramer, it's messy, it's choppy, but it's moving up. Inverse Kramer strikes again, I guess. Let's have a look at what else is moving. I'm going to go back to Billy while I'm taking a look. Waiting for that one parabolic mover today. It happened yesterday about 11 o'clock. Just so you, what was it yesterday? What time did it actually start moving? Yesterday. Let's put this on the 5 minute and go back. So yeah, 12 o'clock it started moving. So lunchtime-ish. So it might be later in the day when this starts to move. If it's moving during the football, I won't be watching it. But if I was sat at my desk, because the dog's got a bad leg, I was sat at my desk most of the day yesterday, so that's why I was able to just catch this big mover and be patient. Whereas normally, I would really want to try and make my money in the first hour of the market. Right now, I'm just break even, pretty much. Less transaction fees. What happened on this one when it resumed? No. Struggling a little bit. Neurobo's starting to make a move up again. Neurobo heavily shorted. So if this can break the opening range high of 220, might be interested. Kavana. Yeah, it's just not, I'm not feeling it. It's just too choppy. Very, very choppy. BXRX, I've already traded, yeah, I've just looked at this as well. So, whilst this halted to the downside, it did resume. Struggle, it got rejected at the $0.5 on the way back up. Could be of interest when it's had 2 halts already now. So, let's see what happens. When it halted here and it halted to the downside here. So, I think it halted up. Did it halt up at the top? 39, 44. Yeah, that's a halt. 34, 35. Yeah, so it's halted up at the top and it halted up at the top and it halted on the way down. So it's had 2 halts, but it could be of interest. I want to see it have some level of sustain. The problem with this is it's below the VWAP. So for me to trade this, it needs to get back over that key level of 585, above the VWAP, and then get back into an upwards trend. Right now, as long as it's below the VWAP, if you look on the higher time frames, it's actually downwards trending. So you've got the key level, what was support, is now resistance at 585. And then the key levels above that. So I need to see, before I'm going to trade Bordeaux Bio is a company, before I trade this, I want to see it above the VWAP. It needs to be above the VWAP to be upwards trending. So if I'm going long on it, it's extremely small float. It's a 500,000 float, but it's, I think it's 501,000 shares in the float, and it's like 570,000 short. So it's like 100% shorted, which is weird because we're obviously we've traded 7 million shares and it's only a 500,000 share float, and there's a 500,000 short. Go figure. Whereas if you've got a 500,000 share float, a 500,000 short, where's the other nearly 8 million shares come from? Sometimes the market boggles the mind. I'm just gonna change the volume on these. Filters. It is a Friday, so I'm just putting the slightly different okay, if it's not meeting my volume filters, I'm not trading it, quite frankly. I'm still moving though. Still breaking highs up at 172. This might actually break the floor of my basement. It could be of interest. Kavana just broke $5, went green on the day. So there you go. Kavana could be of interest now. Kavana, $5, key levels. There's your pullback. 502 is the high. Not this breaking and holding above $5 now. Well, look, don't get FOMO, Alexander. Yes, I could do that, and every time I've done that, I end up losing for some reason. So a man is on fire. You're absolutely right, but I deliberately don't trade these penny stocks. There's a reason I don't trade these penny stocks. This is halted at the moment, 320% up on the day, and it's just a rule that I implement. If you're not going to stick to your rules, why have them? You know, there'll be another stock moving. I made enough yesterday for yesterday and today combined. So you should be thinking this in a similar fashion. Is like, if you've got rules in place that there are certain stocks you don't touch, don't get FOMO and just try and deviate from your strategy just because you're chasing momentum. That's a quick way to lose all your gains. It's a quick way to lose your money. So yes, you might have made money on this, but you might have lost as well. So just think of it that way. So VXRX is now about to break lows. Testing lows, breaking lows. So that looks to be done for me. You've got the head and shoulders as well, so that was a clear indicator. AMD went down an extra $1 from when I traded it, so really. Nurable, Billy. Yeah, I'm not feeling that right now. It needs to break new highs for me to get back in on this. So this needs to be tapping 26 if I'm going to get interest, for me to feel comfortable trading that now. Kavana back over $5 is of interest, but until it does, it's not. DocuSign's had a good day today as well. Let's have a look at DocuSign. Slow and steady. Good earnings. This is on the back of good earnings. DocuSign's having a good day. It's a higher price stock. It's what's known, I would class as a mid cap. It's a higher float, but it's having a good day based on Q3 earnings. Education pulling back a little bit, bouncing on the VWAP. Bit like similar pattern to Billy. Not a lot else moving right now, so I'm 100 bucks down right now. That's not to say we can't get that into the green. I can check Marin software for you, no problem. Marin 153 right now. Not really going very many places. It's been kind of 150, give or take a few cents. It's been 150 since 6 p.m. last night. It moved up to almost $2, 198 I think it was, after hours. 198, yeah, after hours. And then it's been kind of hovering around that $half level, 150, up and down, ranging up and down, 150. The V, if you look at it on the 5 minute, the VWAP's been pretty horizontal. So it's been a kind of ranging on the 150 level, give or take. It's not really gone anywhere. Sideways, go nowhere, do nothing type movement, which funnily enough is what the actual market's doing. See the dotted line here? That's yesterday's closing price. So it gapped up slightly and moved up, then sold off at the PPI numbers, back up to this green, yesterday's closing price, which we're pretty much at there. So very sideways, kind of choppy day to day with regards to the market. Just be careful. Just be careful. When it's like this, it's difficult to make money. It's harder to make money when it's just ranging sideways. It's not actually going nowhere. These do nothing, go nowhere, choppy markets are the worst markets to try and day trade. You're more likely to get faked out in these type of markets than you would in a trending market, whether it's trending up or down. Pavaris back over the VWAP, so 950. I might be interested. Back over the VWAP, I could be interested. See if I can get that 3.5 grand back later. This took off at 12 p.m. yesterday. It was midday when this took off, so it might be later in the day when it does the same thing. Kavana pulling back a little bit after being rejected at $5. What else do I need to take a look at? There's not a lot else moving at this moment in time. Not above $2 at least. UPH, not great volume, but I'll take a look at it. So this is up health. In fact, it's just terrible volume. There's virtually nobody trading it. It's not a great chart at all. That's up health. Let's have a look at. I'm not trading it myself, but I'm testing $2 now. Halted again. I'll put 196. Xpeng, I can take a look. So this is just halted at 196. This is Ambrox Biopharma. Could be of interest over $2 if it continues with the same momentum. And this is huge. This is like 378% up on the day. The stock I traded yesterday made $40,000 on. It was up 390%. So that's 2 days in a row we've had movers that have moved almost 400%. That's a sign that there's volatility coming back into the market, guys. Let's have a look at Xpeng. So Xpeng sideways since the open, really. It's down on the day slightly, like 4%, but it's kind of sideways since the open. Who we're tipping for this game, guys? Croatia or Brazil? I think the betting money's on Brazil, but I don't know. Croatia beat us in the last. The betting money was on England in the semi-finals of the last tournament, and Croatia sneaked it. So, to the chance, Modric is not the same player as he was though, so that's one thing. And let's face it, Lovren thinks he's better than he actually is. He did at the time. That's coming from a Liverpool fan. Right now, there's not a lot worth talking about. There's nothing really jumping out. There's no. I mean, if I'm looking at the price spikes, there's no high day series being hit. Price spikes are low volume price spikes. Really want to see some higher day series hit, but I'm just not getting it. So we'll see. Keep watching. Funnily enough, the same stocks are the ones that. So Hello Group has absolutely rocketed here after it broke this level here, moved up, pulled back, 840. That would have been a good breakout for the break of highs. If you're watching this and then the consolidation, the coiling, as it were, under this flat top of 830, and then the break of 840. Yeah, this is looking strong. So now, do I want to get in this? Probably not right now. I want to wait for a bit of a consolidatory pullback. But, well, enjoy the football there, Alistair. I'm slightly red at the moment, i.e. $100. I'm not going to cry into my cup of tea for $100, but we'll see. Like a position. Looking for the break of $9. Get over $9 and hold. I'll add to the position. There we go. Just going to take that off. It's just symbolic, psychological. I'm green on the day. So we made $50 today. Granted, the commissions and charges and fees will probably wipe that out, but that's besides the point. We've made $50 today, so we're green on the day. We're starting from scratch from right now. So at the break of $9 on Hello Group, we might be okay. I'm halted at 211. That's going huge amounts. Great guns. PHVS pulling back, looking potentially at breaking lows. Kavana pulling back was the VWAP, 480s. The S&P500, the markets have gone green. So this is the market, just barely green. I say it's very sideways and choppy. So it's now 0.05 up on the day, 0.05%. So it's very sideways. It's almost unchanged, if you will. Kind of almost a scratch day for the markets. No problem. If you love it that much, go and buy yourself a coffee mug. Make sure that you know, everybody knows that you trade with Tony. But you're welcome. I actually enjoy the street. I enjoy the trading. But if you're trading on your own, it can get a bit tedious, and so actually being in company, which is you guys, I enjoy that. I enjoy the teaching side of it as well. So I'll be doing a lot more of that going forward. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, just check out the links in the link tree or in the description if you're on YouTube. And check out the Day Trade with Tony course. It's gets you access to the Day Trade with Tony community. If you're on YouTube, just become a member and you can get access to the community as well. So that's fine. It doesn't work that way. I'm afraid people who have money don't keep it by giving it away. I'm not Bill Gates. I wouldn't say I'm rich, by the way. I'm comfortable. I wouldn't say rich. Again, that's all relative. Cheers. Thanks for that, Klaatu. Don't know what you're going to do if I'm not trading during my vacation for 2 weeks. The question is, should I do some trading while I'm away? Some sunshine trading, trading by the pool in my budgie smugglers. I don't think you want to see me in my budgie smugglers, but trading whilst on vacation. I've never done that. Never really done that before. I've always kind of wanted to just switch off when I've gone away and just not be bothered by my day to day. But we'll see. Yeah, Claro's it's moved up quite well, but it's a small, again, another small stock. So this is moving well. I put 163, clear one. Big moves on the day. This is 106%, over 100% move on the day. So there's quite a few stocks that are moving. But the fact that we've had 2 days in a row where we've had a stock move 400%, not the same stock, granted, but we've had stocks move 400% or better, or close to 400%. It suggests that we're getting some volatility back in the markets, and it's the volatility we need. We need the volatility to create that range, the range of movement, and because that's where we profit from. If we get those, we used to get parabolic movers every week. This time last year, we couldn't have a week's trading without a parabolic move, or something going parabolic and doing 300, 400, 500% intraday, and it was easy to make money. Now it's a good time to learn because you learn properly, and it's not so easy to actually be profitable. And thankfully, I am still doing it, being profitable. That is. It's halted again. It's AMAM halted again to the upside. It was halted here. And it gapped up, halted up to the upside again, so it's at 250. So this is very much now of interest to me at 250. I mean, that's a good move. That's a good, what, 40-cent move in that 1 minute, less than a minute. It depends. If I hit my goal, there's no need for me to trade. If I'm behind slightly, my OCD won't let me finish. If I'm, at the moment, I'm about $34,000 down on my net goal. If I finish at the end of next week and I'm like $2,000 down, I won't be able to rest. It'll create more stress for me than not being way off. Just being like $2,000 away or something like that. My OCD will kick in, and I won't just be able. I just won't be able to relax. I'll have to get over that net number. So yeah, there's a few good few stocks that are looking good at the moment, including Mo. So I got out for the break of $9. It did get over, but it's pulled back, so it needs to re-break and retest $9. We'll see. It's shortable. Kind of looking at things. We're getting a bit of a double bottom there on kind of a double bottom formation-ish. If this gets over kind of 925, I would say is the key level, back above the VWAP. Over 925, which is 924 is this resistance spike. Really, you're looking at 912. It's been pushed back a couple of times, but you've got the quarter dollar and the VWAP very close together. So I would say the quarter dollar for a break of the VWAP, and this could then move back up again. But not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Don't sue me if you lose money. Yeah, I was looking at Hello Group over 9. Maybe shorting it, considering shorting it. That's why I looked at it. Is it shortable? So we've got maybe a move up to 9. I'll give you the second shoulder of a Head and Shoulders. So this needs to get over, break new highs to be bullish, but it's looking like it's getting a bit extended up there. So yeah, a potential shorting could be there. Could be worth considering. So I get you. I see the patterns you're looking for. Whatever happened to the XRX? Okay. Still below the VWAP. Still not quite where we need it to be. So the green day, very small green day. May as well have not bothered trading today at this moment in time, but there's plenty of time left. I might go and watch the rest of the football. It's 0-0 at the moment, so I've not missed anything. Croatia versus Brazil. I'll take this dog for her walk first. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so this is Nurabo is heavily shorted. It's a short squeeze candidate. And this is taking off now, 230, 232. Moving up. So Nurabo, pharmaceutical. This is getting a lot of mentions on various social media forums as well. Well, I think I might end the stream a little bit early because I need to use the bathroom and we're kind of done here. So before I do that, we'll do the usual thing that I always do. So let's have a look. Where are we? Okay, let's have a look at my laptop. And okay, so this is what I've got on my laptop right now, but I did just have the Benzinga on there. So this is what I'm normally looking at. This is my desktop that I look at. These are the two things that you've got. Obviously, I've not changed these over to the pre-market, so I've got the other two scanners over. But this is essentially what I'm looking at on Benzinga. I'll come to that in a second. Okay, so you want a nice, beautiful, warm hoodie for the winter months. Check out the merch store for exactly that. Day Trade with Tony. You've got t-shirts for the summer months. You've got shirts with hoodies and sweatshirts for the winter months. Of course, you want your coffee cups and your wine tumblers, and so get on that and check it out. I'll double check that, make sure that the checkout's working. It should be. Be very disappointed if it isn't. But that's the merch store. If you want to learn how to trade, you want to join the community, then come join Day Trade with Tony. This is this link here. It's the second link in. It's the same link in the description. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, just follow the link at the top. This is Linktree, the TikTok trader, Linktree/TikTok trader, and it'll bring you to the Linktree, and you can get access to all of these links there. So this is the Day Trade with Tony syllabus. Go check it out. The first lecture is actually on YouTube. You can watch it for free today. Go and check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, just go search the Learn to Day Trade playlist, and you'll find it there. But if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find this Introduction to Trading. It's the first lecture of the course. If you don't understand what's going on, then the rest of the course probably won't help you either. But if you do understand, it's lay terminology. So I'm not trying to get technical or complicated about it. I'm trying to break it down as simple as possible on how to trade and what you're looking for. And here's the full syllabus. There's over 20 hours of lecture material. You've got a swing trading course as well included, and a whole library of books that I used to learn to trade profitably, I might add. If you want to find stocks to trade, how do I know when stocks are moving? How do I know when stocks are breaking out? I've just missed a breakout, by the way, on the double bottom from PHVS. But I'll come back to that in a second. It's because I use Benzinga. So you check out Benzinga, and it brings you through to this page. You can get it for free. Obviously, I'm already logged in. But you can get it for free for 14 days. It's usually a try it free for 14 days there. And if you want to check it out, I wouldn't go for the free or the basic option, because the data is delayed for 15 minutes. You really want real-time data, which is this option here. If you go for the annual plan, it's as low as 117 bucks a month. However, I wouldn't pay that. Don't pay the full price. Come back to me, and I will use this DTWT35 for 35% off. So if you're buying a package and it's works out at 117 bucks a month, you get an additional 35% off that. And yeah, so that's Benzinga. Really great. And what does Benzinga look like? Well, quite frankly, this is my Benzinga. As I mentioned, I've got my gap scanners, momentum scanners, surging scanners, signals, price spikes, halts, high series. It said Kavana's halted as well. Just seen that Kavana's halted to the upside. Getting a lot of volatility at the moment, and news, etc. So yeah, check all of that out. Check out the Linktree. Come join us on the community with the Day Trade with Tony course. You get access to the private Discord, where we're exchanging ideas. We're exchanging trade ideas, as well as the patterns and intraday, the patterns and the breakouts that we're seeing happen as well in the trading room. So yeah, come join that. And in the meantime, I'm just going to go back to the chart, and I will end the stream, take a bathroom break, and then have another look. I've got the dog outside. I'll take her for a walk in the snow so she can perform her ablutions, and then we'll be back. No power hour tonight, because A, it's Friday, and B, there's an important football match on. This double bottom was beautiful here. And we didn't get the break. I did call it out there, but we didn't get the break. So we'll watch that for a continuation. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend, guys. We're back at it Monday, 90 minutes before the market opens. I hope to see you there. If I don't see you there, then what are you doing? Come on. Have a good weekend, lads.